Let's talk about being able to finish what you start and having big, big dreams. Hi, I'm ZGALA the Art Angel. This is the 8 Dragons room, my back porch edition, which is still missing its skin. And I was out here cleaning up after not having cleaned up out here in a while, and picking up all these unfinished bits of my mosaic that I started and never finished before I even got this wall finished. I got a little ahead of myself and I thought, oh, I'm gonna finish that wall real fast and then I'll get to the mosaic so it can just sit there. And lo and behold, it's been more than a year. Maybe it's been 2 years. I don't know. It's been a minute. And yeah, I got last year I started skinning. This is what it looks like when it's skinned, with some paint in it and a little harder mix. And as I come around the top here and do all that, then I will be ready to lock it all in at the bottom last. So it was premature. And what I wanted to talk about though is, well, partly that, partly maybe I can inspire you to do a better job than I did of keeping up with yourself, cleaning up after yourself as you go, being prepared for the actuality that there's always a possibility that something could happen to your health or to your body or to someone close to you in such a way that it would totally disrupt the flow of what you're doing, and you would have to shift gears. And that is what happened to me. I had both, really, all of the above, and in that I ended up dropping a lot of balls that I had in the air, so to speak. And thankfully I have recovered much of my health, and so is my mother, and I am slowly cleaning up from the mess. I fell into a pretty bad depression after losing a lot of my health, or vice versa. I mean, it kind of all happened together. I lost the capacity to move my arms for a short time. Thankfully, that wasn't real long, but that really shifted my perception of how far I can push my body. And since then, I've been relearning, basically, how far I can push it. And for a long while, just not pushing it nearly as hard. And I gotta say, there's a lot to be said for that, even though my mindset is still one of those that wants to say, hey, we should all push ourselves to work hard and be superhuman, and that's how I was raised. I see how that was a big part of what led to my demise, and so I am rethinking that in my 50s, which I think is relatively common. I'm certainly not alone in that revelation. In any case, what I wanted to talk about is, again, having these big dreams, these big goals. And on the one hand, I want to say, just go for it. If you try to work it all out, as they say, if you wait for the ships and the ocean and the weather to all be perfect, you will never leave the shore. Like, you have to just go for it sometimes and allow it to be messy and allow it to be imperfect. And in fact, I have a school group called the Authentic Action Academy, where creating a community that's all about sharing how we learn through what we call failure. I like to put that in air quotes because it's just feedback, right? But even if you're looking to fail, like one of my favorite YouTubers, oh, her name is escaping me, the crappy robot girl, she set out to make crappy robots, again, air quotes, and in that has discovered some wonderful things. And my sculptures are exactly this kind of thing that would never exist if I was following logic or, needing to know everything I need to know to do them. I mean, I broke a lot of rules, probably a few laws, in building my mega sculptures, and I'm not sorry. And I also, at the same time, I'm not encouraging anyone to break laws. Breaking rules is good. Breaking laws at your own peril, I will say. Yeah, that said though, breaking rules is necessary to discover new things, to build what's never been built before, which this certainly is. I've just put my kayaks back here because I sort of found room. As you see, it's not quite roomy, but it's room. Because I'm making a runway so that I can play with my dogs more in the shade here. And I had the kayak stored in back, but I had that back tree trimmed substantially, which I'm super glad about. In doing that, I lost my kayak shade. That's what you call first world problems right there. I'm happy to have them. But you know what isn't a first, second, or third world problem so much is disability, losing your capacity. I think a lot of people might think of that as not so much of a first world problem, but in my experience of our system, there's not help for a lot of things that incapacitate people. They're happy to drug you and string you along and bill you, but they don't always have a fix. And in many cases, they can make things worse. And by they, I just mean the system, the industrial disease machine complex. I won't go down that rabbit hole, though. Really, what I want to talk about is I'm excited to get back to work, to be feeling better enough to put the skin on this 8 Dragons room, to move forward with many of my plans, and to pick up some of the pieces, clean up some of my messes. But I am very aware, after going through the last cycle that I went through, that not everybody gets that chance, and that I'm lucky that I have this chance again, and that there will be a time where I don't have this chance again. Ain't nobody gets out alive, as I have been known to say. This life is amazing. It's wonderful. I hope you're enjoying the hell out of it, the heck out of it, squeezing the juice out of it, all that. If you're interested in my school community, Authentic Action Academy, you should be able to find a link to that somewhere down below. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, the Sleeping Dragons Company, and by our, I mean my sponsor. But seriously though, if you want to help me keep this channel alive and keep exploring papercrete and mindset and how to be an authentic human being in this age of algorithms and AI, join me. I got some sound healing, I got some color healing. It's a multi-sensory world around here. I'm happy to be in it. I hope you're getting some on you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ciao for now.